Welcome back. In this lecture, I will explain the working of find and filter method. I am going to use the same home.html file and let me erase everything that I wrote in my last example. So I am going to erase this table tag. So we do not need this table tag anymore. So let me erase from line number 31 in my case. Okay, so we have erased this code. Now I will go to the ready function. So here I need to erase this code, and now we are ready to start working with the find method. First I will like to add some HTML code in my document. So here I am going to add an unordered list, and within this unordered list I'm going to add two list items. So let me add it here, and there I would say an href equals to hash. So I'm going to create a hyperlink here. So let's say I write visit Amazon, and then let me copy this and let me paste it here. Let me erase it. Now I'm pasting it here. So here I should say, let's say visit Flipkart. Okay, now let me save this document, and now we are ready to work with the find method. The purpose of find method is to find out all the direct as well as indirect children, right? So it will find out all direct and indirect children. So let me write down an example so that you can have better idea of the find function. So let me go into my document ready function. So here I should say $a, and then I would say, okay, I can write unordered list here dot, and then I would say find, and I am looking for all anchor tags, and then I am saying dot css, and I want to change the color, right? So I have this query, and now let's understand what is happening here. So I am saying that first I need all unordered list objects from my document, and then from those unordered list I would like to find all the anchor tags, and then I would like to apply CSS on the wrapper set returned by the find function. At first you might be uh, thinking that this one is a little bit complex, but actually it's a very straightforward. So let me draw the wrapper set here, and then I can explain what is happening here. So first, try to understand that when you write a dollar function, you will have a wrapper set of all unordered list objects. And when you apply a find function, this find function will also return a wrapper set. So in this query, we are going to have two wrapper sets. So let me first draw the wrapper set. So these are the wrapper sets. So when you execute $ul, you will get a wrapper set, and in that wrapper set you have two unordered list, right? And when you execute find a, so we are saying that now we want to find all direct and indirect children of these two unordered list. So first, your find function is going to find out all the anchor tags from the unordered list which is available at index number 0 in the wrapper set. So let me underline this one. And then your find function, it will try to find out all the anchor tags which are part of the second unordered list, and this unordered list is available at index position 1 in the wrapper set. And finally you have this wrapper set, and in this wrapper set you have total, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you have 8 anchor elements. And then this CSS function, it is going to be applied on all 8 anchor elements, and then you can see that the color of that elements, anchor elements, it would be red, right? Let's first cross verify how many anchor tags do we have in the first unordered list. So if you go on the top, so we can see that that is the first one, this is number 1, and this is number 2, this is number 3, then 4, then 5, and the query is the sixth one. And now if you go to the bottom, we have two more anchored elements here. This is the seventh and this is the eighth. So these two anchor elements are part of the second unordered list, right? So this is the explanation of this find function. Now it's time to execute the query. So let's open your browser and execute the home.html file. So let me open the browser. Now refresh your browser. Now you can see that you have all red colors here. So this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, and this one is the fifth. And then we have these two anchored elements. This is sixth and this one is seventh. So why don't we have a red color here? Because I said that you have total 8 anchor elements, so they all must be in red color. But if you remember, if you see that in this code we have total 7 anchor tags which are colored in red: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these two, Amazon and Flipkart, 6 and 7. So let's go back and see what is wrong in the code. So let me go back and find out the issues. Let me first erase some of the graphics on my screen. Okay, now fine. So let's go back on the top of your code and let's see what is wrong here. Now see, you can see that this anchor element at line number 16, this anchored element is not part of an unordered list, so it should not be there in a wrapper set. I should go back here. So I should say that this one, this let me take my tool here. So it should not be here. So let me cross it. So now we have only 7 anchor elements, and these anchor elements are going to have red color. So this is all about find function. And remember that when you use find function, you are getting an additional wrapper set. So this is really important to understand. Now I am going to erase the entire graphics here. So let me go back and discuss a few more things about find function. Well, I can write the same query like this. I can write ul space a, and now if I execute my web page, so go to your HTML page and refresh here. See, you got the same output. So but the difference between using find function and writing query like this, so there must be some difference, and that difference is, in this case you have only single wrapper set, a wrapper set of all anchor elements, right? So in the last example, we had two different wrapper sets. First we have a wrapper set of unordered list, and then we have a wrapper set of all anchor elements. But in this case you will have only single wrapper set. But there are some situations where you need multiple wrapper sets. So in that case you need to apply the find function. So let me use the same example again. Now I can also use some filters in my find function, like I can write a colon first. Now if I save my document, go back and refresh your page. So see, so in this unordered list, so this is a first unordered list. So let me take a thin tool here. So in this unordered list, these all are part of the first unordered list. So I got the first anchor element as red color, and again this is the second unordered list, and in this unordered list again the first one is converted to red color. So this is all about find function and using filters, right? And in the next lecture I will explain how to use filters.